I just really want to address something too, especially when it comes to with one of the comments that a subscriber of mine that subscribed to the channel has just really mentioned to me when it comes to with certain topics. When it comes to like with I say like with personal growth, I kind of ties into that, or just like when it comes to anything. You guys feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about what I'm about to share too, when it comes to in general too. And like this, I'm not going to name the person. I really respect their privacy, but like I think one of the subscribers mentioned to me that they want to just talk about gender roles, and I just find that really interesting, just because it's like with gender roles, and I don't really I understand what that term means, but also too like when it comes to how certain people are, we betray ourselves when it comes to in society, whether we're men, whether we're women, or if you're straight, if you're gay, etc. And like I know that topic alone can really just be touchy, and just like when it comes to just talking about that particular topic. But I just really want to address this for anyone who is a man, and for those who are men and women, whether they're black, if they're white, if they're Irish, Mexican, etc., Asian. Like, all you guys are welcome here. You guys are more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about what I'm talking about. If you agree, if you disagree, that's totally cool. I mean, it's just like I'm not looking for an echo chamber. I'm just here to just, chatting it up with you guys, shoot the shit, and just really connect with you guys on a human level too. And just like when it comes to with gender roles, and for anyone who is curious about that topic and want to have an open discussion about that too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts, whether you're, watching this live, and for those who are watching the replay, just feel free to, share your own feelings and thoughts in the comment section. And just like when it comes to with gender roles, it's really tricky, just because like, we're all different people, like especially when it comes to human beings, like, we come from different backgrounds, we're raised different when it comes to with our parents, and, people who, who brought us up, who are just raised us too. And just like, when it comes to with society, because society is always changing, like especially, back then, way before my time, when it comes to like, in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, different era back then. But now we're getting to like a couple decades later. It's just like when it comes to being 2024, where people can really just really can identify themselves however they want to identify themselves too. And sometimes too, like there's a lot of like conflicts when it comes to talking about when it comes to gender roles. And it's just like I really want to address this too, and especially for anyone who is just listening, whether you're listening to this live, and for those who are listening to this on a replay too. So it's just like when it comes to gender roles, especially when it comes to us as individuals, as adults, and especially when it comes to just as who we are too. And just like when it comes to just like finding your own individuality. And this is just my feelings and thoughts about this topic, and you guys can really just debunk it however you guys want. But I just really want to address this. It's just like for anyone who is listening, it's just like when it comes to gender roles, and especially when it comes to who we are as human beings, whether we're men and women, just really I just really want to say this too. It's just really just live your best life, and just really express yourself how you want to express yourself too, when it comes to being around society too, in a healthy way. And just like when it comes to just me saying that, it's just like oh man, it's just like and I don't mean to laugh. I'm just I just don't want to offend anybody, even though I might, just like when it comes to just talking, just because it's like I always like to keep it transparent and genuine because that's who I am. I'm a very genuine and transparent person. I just keep it real. But just like when it comes to with gender roles, like how certain people are like, portray themselves, how they need to, I should say, like how, people portray themselves to in society, how people expect them to, um, portray themselves too. And just like, because like when it comes to society's expectations, it can really just, be so weird. It's just like, somebody else's expectations can really just be totally different too nowadays, and just like, because society is always evolving and changing too, like, every single year, every single decade, it's just like, what I can say, like when it comes to just like the gender roles and the topic of that, and just like when it comes to as men and women, just really, living in society and just really how they want to portray themselves, and how they want to just really express themselves in a really powerful way. What I can say from that is just really living your truth, in a really healthy way. If a man wants to be a man and wants to just really connect with his masculinity in a healthy way, that's cool. Same goes for women who want to just really connect with their femininity and want to just, express that in a really, healthy way too. Same goes for men who want to, connect with their feminine side, or women who want to connect with their masculine side. That's, that's totally fine. However you want to express yourself and how you want to, just really doing that in a really healthy way. Just really doing that in a really healthy way that's just like really feels true to you, but also too that you are self-assured with yourself, and and you just really, have that kind of confidence within yourself too, just really doing that. I just say, live your truth, and just really, live your best life, just because it's like, we're all different people by the end of the day. And like, it's just, like, when it comes to just like the gender roles. And yeah, exactly, I definitely will have to get a friend of mine here to just really, talk about it too. And that's a really good idea, JR. And I appreciate that kind of like topic too, just because it's like, it's hard to explain it, from a man's perspective, just because like I'm a man and, I can only express it by a man's perspective. I can't say it from a woman's perspective because I'm not a woman. And, who am I to say how a woman should be, that's, I could be totally in the wrong, and you guys would probably give me that kind of look where you just probably like want to just like lay the smackdown on me. And so I don't blame you. And so it's just like, when it comes to gender roles too, and I'm just really being comfortable just like, talking about it now, it's just like really just, live your best life and just really living in your truth too. And just like, I know that sounds kind of cliche a little bit. It sounds kind of like, kind of corny, but I just really want to just let that be known for anyone who is just, listening, whether you're listening in the morning or the afternoon or in the evening. It's just like, when it comes to living your truth and just really, expressing that in a really just powerful way when it comes to being in society, being, with people that really just get you, and just really being comfortable with yourself to where you just really feel comfortable being who you are too. So whether you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're straight, if you're gay, or if you're bisexual, however you want to identify yourself, connect with that in a really healthy way and just really live your best life. That's pretty much what I can really say about that too. But yeah, I definitely will have a collab when it comes to with gender roles. So it might be, in the future, just because I'm living life and just really doing other stuff too off of social media, especially like YouTube and Instagram. So I definitely will take that into consideration. So I really do appreciate that for, anyone who is listening, and for those who are just, who love to have like open discussions about certain topics too, like from gender roles to, certain things with relationships, with dating, sexuality, it can be with, a lot of things too. Because with this channel, when it comes to self-care and wellness, it can really, be totally different for so many people. And there's so much, ways it can go. And that's really awesome. So that's pretty much what I want this channel to be. And it's going to be sticking to that too. And especially when it comes to self-care and wellness, how you want to express that, how you want to practice that, how you want to just, live that in your own truth and really in a powerful way and just really go for it. So I can share some stuff too that, works for me and just really share that. And you guys can do that vice versa too. So especially if we're collabing, if you guys are in the chat, if you guys are watching the replay, feel free to, live your truth, speak your truth, never stop being who you are, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're straight, if you're gay, if you're married, if you're single, etc. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys for anyone who is listening.